Dylan and
Ted.
here with Bare Hands. You're hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
Let's jump into the new album, third album. You'll pay for this. Tell me a little bit about the recording process of this. You guys went in with James Brown for the album?
Yeah, James, who we've worked with before as a mixer, he mixed our last two records. He came on like producing, engineering duties, and we spent a couple of months in the woods in Westchester, New York.
Yeah.
Hunkered down, and it was intensive, but it was really good. And then Alan Mulder mixed it in London, which was a really cool. He blessed the track and brought it to life in the end. I don't know. It was different. We've never worked with anyone else in a production capacity,
Right.
as a producer. But he was like very close to us, and he and I worked really well together. So it was good.
Yeah. Now, this record, it was the first time you guys actually sat down and worked on it rather than doing it in scattered sections, right?
Yeah, no, we definitely had the time off necessary to write and record basically in one go. I think we probably wrote for 6 months and recorded for 3, and then mixed it after that. But yeah, we treated it like a job more than we have in the past, and showed up in the same place over and over again and tried to hack away at it.
We came to California, it was just to write, and it wasn't in a studio, it was just in this little house, a friend of a friend's house in the mountain in Crestline, which is 2 hours east of here.
Okay.
And Dylan and I just holed up there for 3 days and did a marathon writing session, and it was really productive. And then we spent some time in a studio in Culver City, a friend's studio. But I think it was just good to break out of our rhythm, break out of our routine, and I thought that was inspiring. And spend a concentrated amount of time with nothing else to do.
Going back to James Brown, you're obviously a producer. You've done majority of the work for the band. So how did he really break you guys down in the studio to try new things, since it's something that you're used to doing?
Well, he didn't there wasn't torture or anything breaking us down.
Well, he didn't hold a gun to our head like Phil Spector or anything.
I think he helped a lot. He was just, first of all, just an encouraging, positive voice, and I think just for the vibe and feeling good about what you're doing, he was really important in that regard. And then also he just has engineering expertise and gear and to make the sounds fuller and bigger and make it all come together. And he had he also had some really good detail work ideas with keyboard and soundscape stuff and odd sounds that aren't that might not be the main parts, but fill it in and make it come alive in ways that it wouldn't have without him.
You guys have experience going on tour with many different bands. I think one of them being Passion Pit, and then now you guys are going on tour with Atlas Genius coming up. How has each tour that you guys have been on, how has it progressed for you guys?
I don't know if there's a straight progression, but everyone's different. The personalities of the bands. I mean, in some ways they're all the same, and in some ways, the rhythms and the vibes are different. Some bands want to hang out. Some bands don't want to hang out.
Yeah.
Some of the crowds or the characters of the crowds are different. I really don't know what to expect with Atlas Genius. We've never met them, but it should be fun. I don't know. Yeah.
That tour kicks off in July. What can we expect from you guys? What can you guys talk about?
Yeah, we're playing most of the new record. Probably by then, maybe all of it. Switch it up occasionally and swap new songs in and out. Whatever. See what people want to hear. See what people react to better. And I don't know. They're Australian, right? So that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
That's true. Now, going back to the record, what is the one song that you guys had the most difficulty in writing, recording, or even just releasing?
Well, I think the one that came together last was a song called "Like Me Like That."
Okay.
It it was sort of a different song until the last minute. It was the only one that like went through a major change during the process as opposed to before.
Yeah.
So in terms of like writing and getting that into a shape that we liked, that was probably the hardest one.
All right, and lastly, the record's out now. You guys can all pick it up. But what is so different about this record? Why should they pick it up? If they've never heard of Bare Hands before, what is it about you guys that is different?
We're pretty cute, you know. I'd say our good looks is really what's going to put us over the top.
Right.
Amen. Yeah.
Well, thanks for hanging out, guys. This is Bare Hands. They're going to go on stage real soon. Going on tour with Atlas Genius in July. Be sure to check them out, and thanks for watching here on Front Row Live.